Yo, what up, Fight World? It's the Kid Ego. We gotta talk about it. On this side, the real side. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Beautiful day out here. We just chilling, living life. Ugh. Do, do, do. Man, this Dillian Whyte shit is crazy. So crazy. We're gonna talk about it though. Do, 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 do. What time is it? 30. Yeah, the cops keep going on. Maybe I should take a nap. Hey, we gotta talk about this situation though. Oh shit. We gotta talk about this situation in the heavyweight division. Insanity. Baltimore's good. Happy Friday. I'm just chilling. Just chilling. Went to the weigh-in. The video. I don't know why the internet's taking a little bit longer today, but the weigh-in Tank looked good at the weigh-in. He looked dialed in. He looked focused. It'll be up in like 5 minutes or so. I just checked it. But good to see Tank. Good to see him like embracing the moment. You know, big moment for his city. They haven't had big boxing on in several years out here. So he putting on for his hometown crowd. It looked like he took it serious. Nunes is a puncher, a little bit bigger than Tank. We're gonna see how it all plays out. Make sure y'all come in and smash the like button. Man, I think YouTube be getting scared when I travel. Every time I travel, they never send the notifications out. Did you guys get a notification for this stream, yes or no? Somebody said they can't hear me. Who can't hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, no one can hear me? You guys can't hear me for real? Hey, these dudes is tripping. They saying they can't hear me, but then everyone else is saying they can't hear me. Yeah, y'all tripping. Somebody said I can hear you now. I didn't even change anything. Hey, y'all bugging. Y'all bugging for real. Yeah. They talking about they can't hear me. Hold on, let me I'll turn the music down. Hold up. Yeah. Hold on. Hey, YouTube need to fix this shit. What about now? Can y'all hear me better? Listening to Ego, waiting on my big booty Jamaican Brooklyn. Hey, you tripping? Hey, you tripping? Y'all hear me better now? Is it sound better or worse? Does the audio sound better or worse? Say better or worse so we can get this shit moving. Can y'all hear me? The incredible, untouchable niggas been about the body with the dopest flows. And wonder why the lines around the corner cause the little motherfucker had the dopest shows. 2 time for the independent women that be getting that cake. Okay. It sound way better. Alright. It better sound better. Now I got this little microphone thing, but I gotta switch it out with the with the audio. I mean with the charger, cause I don't know how long I can go without charging. Man, Dillian Whyte did speak without saying anything. What the fuck? He it wasn't even an apology. Man, fuck that. We about to go in, bro. Where's my phone? Oh, I'm on the phone, but hold on. Where's my other phone, man? We about to go in on this. There's only one choice of fear. Hold on, we about to go in, man. Hold on. Your man about to go in. Listen, dog. All right. Listen. So I'm gonna read what Dillian Whyte says. Look at this. Hold on. Let me straighten it out for y'all, man. Hold on. Look at this pop socket, bro. That shit hard. I'm the pop socket king. Hold on. Let me read what what Dylan. Let's read what he said. All right, hold up. All right. So Dillian Whyte. There's only one. I am so, listen. He says, I am so disappointed with the rubbish that has been said about me over the last few days. I have lawyers dealing with it, and I have been told that I can't talk about it for good legal reasons. I was cleared to fight, and I won that fight fair and square. Thanks for all the support. It really means a lot to me. Man, boy, if you don't, listen, how you gonna be mad when a report came out that you're not denying, and then now you're saying you have a gag order and you haven't been instructed to not say nothing, and then you mad because people keep speculating all the while you nor your promoter Eddie Hearnssss, neither one of you are denying that you had something in your system. I've watched several interviews and they trying to act like this shit like we just made some shit up, bruh. Nah. I ain't got to do nothing. Like that don't make sense. How you gonna be mad at people when the report came out and you're not saying nothing? All you said is thanks for the support and I was cleared to fight. That's just Eddie Hearn said we'll get more information in the next few days, more information for the public. That's the more information? That's the same shit he said. Where the more information at? How you gonna be mad at somebody and nothing new came about? There's no new development that you told us. You just all you said is your lawyer said you can't talk. So if people speculate based on the report, then he said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that motherfucker pled the fifth. Man, nah. How you gonna be mad at somebody and you can't talk? And he said, "Oh, I'm mad about the rubbish." All right, what's rubbish? What? So you didn't have nothing in your system? You know, everybody's speaking in tongues over there with rematch room, and it's looking real bad. It's looking real bad, y'all. You know, it's just what it is. So let's say a girl came out, a high profile girl. I don't know, fucking Cindy Lauper. I don't, who. Name somebody. Man, it don't even fucking matter, bro. Let's say Ariana Grande came out and said I sexually harassed her. She said, "Oh, ego, he's on some Cosby shit," and then I don't say nothing. So the report, she no, I'm not laughing at that. But listen, if Ariana Grande came out and said, ego's on some Cosby shit, he hashtag me too'd me, and then I didn't say shit for 3 days, and everybody's on my page like, "You rapist, you motherfucker, you how could you do this to Ariana Grande?" And then I don't say nothing, and then I come out with some shit that don't even answer nothing. Man, I'm sick about all the rubbish that's coming out about me, but I can't say nothing because of my lawyer. Then why would you feel a type of way that people are going to make their own stories up? If there's a report that came out for you and you're not saying nothing to clear your name, or allegedly you're being instructed to plead the fifth, then how you gonna fault anybody else? Like I said, if Ariana Grande said I sexually harassed her or some shit and I don't say nothing for 3 days, you know what I'm saying? And she said I did some ego Cosby. I would like to put pudding pop in the pudding. You see, Ariana Grande in the pudding. Come on, bro. You cannot say fuck with the pudding. Like, if they think I'm ego Cosby, then it is what it is. If I ain't saying nothing to clear my name, what the fuck? What would I expect? I come on this motherfucker with a big ass sweater. Dawg, you cannot accuse me of to be true shit. What the fuck? Then they gon' man, come on, bro. Hey, the UK, hey, the UK, you gotta do stuff. The UK looking crazy lately. Hey, I love the UK. I used to live there, but y'all looking crazy as fuck lately. Y'all gotta fix this. What did Ti say? Hey, hey, UK, fix it, fix it expeditiously. Hey, so you feel me? You think the UK, what they need to do is fix this shit expeditiously. Dillian Whyte, fix it expeditiously. Like, man, fuck that. You mad? A report came out saying you did drugs, and you can't say nothing, and you mad because you. Man, come on, bro. How you mad? How you gonna be mad when you can't say you can't clear your name, and then a report came out? So what are people supposed to think? And then your promoter ain't saying nothing. Y'all saying the same two things. He was cleared to fight. That don't mean shit. Being cleared to fight versus, like morality, and you should be in there fighting. That's two different things. Just because you're cleared, we don't, first of all, man, this shit looks suspect. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all talk about. This shit look like tilapia, fishy. This whole shit look fishy, bro. This whole shit look fishy as fuck. That's just what it is, son. It look fishy. This shit look like tilapia, man. And I'm gonna explain why. Shit looking real fishy around here at Slave Room. Hold on, yo. Smash the like button so we can get the people in here. Every time I travel, they don't be sending in the fucking notification. I notice that literally every time I'm not in California and I'm on a different coast, people don't get the notifications. It's like I see when you do YouTube like me, like daily, like full as your full time, you notice every little thing about, the platform changes and when they when they change something, implement something new. Yeah, man, slave room, they wildin'. We gonna talk about it though. Yeah, it's just like how is Dillian Whyte gonna be upset with anybody? If anybody need to be upset, need to be motherfucking Oscar Rivas and his team because that man's life was in danger. You talk how you gonna be? What Dillian Whyte upset about? You upset because allegedly they're slandering your name, but you can't say nothing to clear your name. So how you upset? I'd be upset if I was Oscar Rivas because he sounded like the one that was left in the dark. See, and that's the other thing that looking shaky, baby. Looking shaky, baby. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all why looking shaky, baby. How the fuck? How the fuck you get cleared, but this is unbeknownst to your fucking opponent? Listen, if let's see the beauty of what I do is I'll listen to you. I'll listen to you. Hi Drake. Yeah, all right. That's what's up. The beauty of hey, did he get clapped? These motherfuckers, man, whatever. I'll listen to what you have to say. That's not a problem. I'll listen to it, but then I'll apply it with the facts that we know to see and check for, continuity, see if this makes sense to me. And here's the thing. Let me play devil's advocate for Dillian Whyte in this whole situation, right? What's poppin', Mahari? What's good? Let me play devil's advocate. Let's pretend everything's on the up and up. You weren't doing drugs. You don't know how something got in your system. You didn't intentionally try to do anything. Okay, no big deal, right? Then why the fuck was Oscar Rivas never notified? That makes no sense to me. Like, if you are being on, if everything you are doing is on the up and up, why don't you bring it to the forefront? Why don't you, hey, full disclosure, Oscar Rivas, before we get in the ring, you and your team, I failed a drug test, but we doing some investigation because I don't know why the fuck that was in my system and blah, blah, blah. How are you going to, the UK's looking real shaky right now. How are you going to have a hearing that this aspect has been corroborated by Eddie Hearn? He talked about this hearing. How are you going to have a hearing where this is discussed and it's unbeknownst to the opposing team what the fuck is going on? That don't sound sneaky. That doesn't sound sneaky. Hey, block this motherfucker. Yep, I'm Drake and DJ Khaled. That's what's up. Block this motherfucker, bro. Shooters. How does that not seem sneaky? How are you having a hearing and then the other person don't even know about it? He just has no knowledge of what's going on. Like, shouldn't he be in the loop, him and his team, his promoter? They said they are on record, us, Team Rivas, they are on record saying we found out when everyone else found out. I don't see how that's legal. I don't see how that's, a code of conduct. I don't see how that's professional. Even if it was on the up and up. Even if it was on the up and up, why were they excluded from this information? See, the way you move makes it look like a cover up. And that's, it's really how, it's not just the situation itself, that's bad enough, but it's the perception. That don't look right. If you did, like, why wouldn't you just come forward? Like, okay, me and my brother, let's say we were horsing around, wrestling, playing WrestleMania, playing football in the house, right? And we broke my mom's vase. I'm the king of analogies. This is what I do, people. It's okay. And we broke my mom's vase. We were doing, and they're out of town. They're coming home. They're coming home today, and they're gonna see her favorite vase is broken. Now, if we knew we were fucking around, horsing around, and we broke it by doing something that's my parents wouldn't allow us to do when they were home, like, play around like that, roughhouse inside in the house. then we would get in trouble. We would get an ass whooping because we're clearly doing stuff we know we're not supposed to be doing, right? So with that being said, then coming to explain why the vase is broken, that's why some people might lie. Because you were doing something you weren't supposed to be doing, and now that it's come to fruition, and it's come to the forefront, you have to have an excuse for it. However, if there was an earthquake or something that was out of our control, and then the vase just fell over and broke, and then this could be corroborated by the news, and there's a massive earthquake or something, then we wouldn't have to cover it up. We wouldn't have to make up no lie. You feel me? So that's a similar situation. If you didn't do nothing wrong, then you shouldn't have anything to look like it's a cover up. If an earthquake genuinely knocked the vase over and it had nothing to do with you, and something, a natural disaster or some shit that no one could have controlled, you don't have to make up no lie. I wouldn't hide that from my parents. If there's a fucking earthquake and her vase got broke as a casualty, why would I hide that from my parents, me and my brother? However, if we were fucking around playing football or baseball or some shit we weren't supposed to be doing, and we broke her shit, then that's when you try to hide it. So that's what's making this whole situation look more fucked up. Shout out to Mahari. Do you see the 4 to 8 year ban for Whyte? Yep. He's already failed before. I just got in, not trying to plug a key TV. What the fuck? Someone just deleted it. I don't know what the fuck happened. Somebody just deleted a message. I don't know. I don't know what that said. But anyway, yeah, man, the whole situation looks suspect. Hey, we got to get them likes up. Real talk. We got to get them likes up. Hey, Icy, I don't know. I don't think you had to block him. I don't know. I don't even know what he said, bro. But anyway, yeah, either way, like I said, if the situation, even if it was you did nothing, intentional or whatever the case is, the fact that nobody knew about it, like, why? Just listen to it. Just listen to what I'm going to say. Ped man, yeah, that's me. Oh wow. Listen, listen. Just listen to this and smash the like button. Why did we only hear about this? Just common sense. Why did we only hear about this when the fucking report came out? So had Thomas Hauser or whoever the fuck revealed this shit not done his report and done his research or dug around and found this, then we just weren't gonna find out about it. That looks more suspect than anything. The only time you speaking on it is when you've been caught out. Hell nah, bro. That don't look right. You had a whole ass hearing. I didn't know about it, and I covered boxing. Rivas didn't know about it, and he fought you. His team didn't know about it. The mass media didn't know about it. The fans didn't know about it. Like, man, hell nah. So that just looked too suspect to me. That looks so you were just waiting for somebody to do a report on it, and then you was gonna tell us, right? You wait. That don't look right. The fact that you waited for a person to do an expose and say like, yo, yeah, I'm in B more where they see more. Shout out to Baltimore. You waited for someone to do this whole fucking dissertation and breakdown of what was happening, and a follow-up one with what the actual components were and the banned substance, blah blah blah, and then now you start speaking out on it. The WBC said they didn't know about it. Oh shit, it's looking bad, bro. Mr. Dillian Whyte. Oh wow, y'all tripping with these names. Yeah, man, that I can't accept that because it's always going to be worse when you don't come out, if you're not forthcoming with the information. I don't care what nobody said. That's like, let's say you guys loan me $5,000. I said, hey, I got to get a new car, and y'all loan me $5,000. And I end up spending the money on something else. And then you hear about it from a secondary source. You hear about it from a secondary. Ego spent your $5,000 and he didn't even get the car like he said he was. He spent it on gambling or some shit. And you hear it from a secondary source, and they're like, "Hey, I heard you spent the $5,000 that was supposed to be for a car. Is this true?" Man, I was gonna tell you, but like, what? Nah, look right. That don't look right. That don't look right when you wait for someone else to put you on blast before you start speaking on it. And again, I for the life of me, I don't know how the UK gets down. I don't know how you could be cleared to fight if you have something in your system like that. You get what I'm saying? But Eddie Hearn and Dillian Whyte, they keep saying, "Oh, he was cleared. He was cleared. Won't, won't, won't. He was cleared." Man, don't nobody give a fuck about that. You're not saying he didn't have this in his system. Here's another example. I'm the king of examples. I'm the king of analogies. This is what I do. Alexander Povetkin failed 2 drug tests in 1 year. He had meldonium in his system versus Wilder. Fight got canceled. Wilder ended up suing him and winning, because he wasted Wilder's time. That fight got scrapped. Then the WBC said, all right, meldonium, there's a loophole. The drug was recently banned and we can't tell when he ingested it. So we'll just put you in an eliminator with Bermain Stavern, and then whoever wins that is Wilder's mandatory. So Bermain Stavern flew out to Russia to fight against Alexander Povetkin, and they did a weigh-in. There's pictures on the internet, but if you'll notice, they never fought. Then Bermain Stavern was informed that Povetkin failed a second drug test for a different drug. He had ostarine in his system. At the weigh-in, it was announced, like the day of the weigh-in. So Bermain Stavern was sent back home. Fight was canceled. He's like, I'm not fighting him with something in his system. So he left, and guess what? They flew in Johan Duhaupas, a former Wilder opponent, and Povetkin knocked him out the next day. So guess what? Povetkin was cleared to fight because he fought. He just didn't fight the guy he was supposed to fight. He fought against, instead of Bermain Stavern, he fought against Johan Duhaupas out of France, right? So does that alleviate him of guilt because he was cleared to fight because they allowed him to fight in Russia? Absolutely not, because he actually got banned after that, and he was suspended. And after his suspension, he later became Joshua's mandatory again by beating David Price. See, I know my boxing. So miss me with the bullshit. You can't just say he was cleared to fight. That don't mean shit. That don't mean you're absolved of any wrongdoing. Because Povetkin failed 2 drug tests. And the first one, okay, he had there was a little clause or little, loophole he was able to get out of it. But then you failed a second drug test and you still fought. So obviously he was allowed to fight in Russia. Nobody said, hey, this whole event's over. They allowed it to go through. So that don't mean shit. That don't mean shit to nobody. And we've seen this before. Francisco Vargas failed in the Orlando Salido fight. Failed with the clenbuterol shit like Canelo. And so did Eric Morales. They're like, oh, I ate tainted meat. And they allowed these fights to happen. So, yeah, everybody got an excuse. That don't mean it's true. That don't mean, who knows? That don't mean, just because you're clear don't mean shit. That's like, man, I'm the king of analogies. I got another analogy. That's like somebody saying, oh, we employed this guy and he turned out he went postal and was really a murderer. And then someone saying, oh, but he passed a background check. But he passed a background check. Like, man, you guys hired a murderer. Man, he passed a background check. He was cleared to work here. He passed a background check. What the fuck is passing a background check? Man, shut the fuck up, bro. What is passing a background check got to do with it? So he can't be a serial killer? He can't be a murderer because he passed a background check? What the fuck did that mean? Please tell me. I need to know. You talking about he passed a background check, so he can't be a. So you couldn't have hired a rapist or someone that's going to do lewd acts or a murderer because he passed a background check. That don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing. So Eddie Hearn and Dillian Whyte is looking shaky. They keep talking about he's cleared to fight. He's cleared to fight. What does that mean? He cleared. Him cleared to fight. Him downstairs. Him cleared to fight. With the cookies and shit. Him downstairs. Man, what's the him cleared to fight? What the fuck does that mean? Man, he off that dirty Diana, that Diana ball. Dirty Diana! Oh, I gave him money. Oh, I gave it. That man was off that dirty Diana. Is it just a lie? He was off that dirty Diana. Oh, dirty Diana. No. That man was off that keep it in the closet. That MJ sauce. That man was sauced out. Man, that motherfucker was sauce money. That man was Prey Gru, Ray Gru. That motherfucker, hell nah. Talking about he was cleared to fight. It's listen. And here's the other thing about he was cleared that he was he was cleared to fight. Yeah, it's easy to clear him if it's a one-sided affair and Oscar Rivas don't fucking know about it. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Oscar Rivas might be like, I ain't fighting this motherfucker if he knew. Or he could be like, man, give me some more money. I'm not fighting. Like he failed a drug test. That should be an automatic, 500,000 to a million more. If I got to fight a motherfucker who failed a drug test, that ain't in the contract. So yeah, it's easy. It's easy to be cleared if only one party, the guilty party, fucking knows about it. Man, I ain't fighting no motherfucking heavyweight on no shit. Why would I? Who does that? He on that Captain America secret super soldier serum. He on that Steve Rogers, and I'm supposed to fight him. Hell no. So yeah, it's easy to clear somebody when you don't even put the opponent in the loop. And then on top, this is just horrible. This shit terrible. It's a terrible look. Terrible. The other thing that looks horrible is, yo, Ego, tell them about that video before their presser. Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't get to hear all because I was in the Uber, but I seen some of it. They had a video where Eddie Hearn was talking to Dillian Whyte at the press conference, and their mics were still hot. That's what it's called when the mic's still on, and it was picking up the sound. And oh shit, it was picking up sound, but they didn't know that the mics were recording them. And he said he ain't slept in 2 days. What the fuck? That man got that Diana ball in his shit. Shout out to Mayweather Promotions, though. He ain't slept in 2 days. That's that Diana ball. Dirty Diana! Oh, that's that Diana ball. Like, the motherfuckers can't sleep and shit. That's how you know it's that Diana ball. That's that Diana ball, bro. He said he ain't slept in 2 days. Like, what the fuck? And I tell you, like, I didn't know. Obviously, I'm not trying to act like I knew. But when he did win and he was the mandatory, he didn't. With my vision of him seeming thrilled, he didn't really seem like, yeah, I'm the mandatory. Like, before he seemed amped up. Like after other fights, he was like, Deontay Wilder, let's go, baby, let's go. And he was doing all this extra shit. But then after he finally became the mandatory, he just seemed like, he didn't really seem as amped up as I would have imagined. Man, this is why. The motherfucker knew he had failed a test and had this secret, hearing and stuff that nobody knew. Man, that shit don't sound right. And that makes Eddie Hearn look a hypocrite. Barbershop got a video interviewing her and making him look stupid. I had to check it out, bro. I don't know if it'll let you post link, and I'm not on my computer. Cause links, because they don't want to spam, so some links won't show. Yeah, man, this is a terrible look. Horrible. DAZN, Eddie Hearn, the whole shebang. This shit is a horrible look. It's a terrible look to me. Hold on, yo. Yeah, it's a bad look, man. The other thing is Eddie Hearn insinuating that Pacquiao on something, and he made statements about how America's so bad with drugs and always getting caught. You man, stop. Hi, you're one to talk. You're one to talk. You talking about America's bad for the drugs, all right? But you putting on Joshua's being accused by everybody in the heavyweight division of being on something, twos and you know twos, threes, Tuesdays, Wednesday. They accusing Joshua of being on all types of shit. He just ain't been caught for nothing. But Dillian Whyte, a Matchroom fighter, accused him of something. Says he knows stuff. Gerald Miller says he knows stuff, and circles are small. Two Matchroom fighters at that time, and they're accusing him. Dillian Whyte failed a drug test. Gerald Miller failed a drug test. Eddie Hearn is not in no position to talk about America failing anything. Man, come on, bro. That's like Jared from Subway getting on R. Kelly's case. Like, man, stop messing with these kids. What? Hey, bro. How is Jared from Subway gonna tell R. Kelly to stop messing with kids, bro? This shit is hypocritical. This don't even make sense. If you Jared from Subway, take your ass to prison. All y'all motherfuckers gotta go to prison. You know how Jared from Subway telling R. Kelly stop messing with kids. You know what? Eddie Hearn gonna talk about the U.S. is terrible with drug tests. What? T Bonafide was popping. Yo, we gotta get the likes past 100. This is what I do, man. Y'all gotta smash the like button. Yeah, it's a bad look, man. It's a bad look. And they have yet to say anything of relevance to clear Dillian White's name. They haven't said nothing. They ain't said. I ain't seen nothing that exonerates Dillian White. I see the one. They ain't said nothing. Tank says Nunez was shaking at the face off. Oh shit! I didn't hear that. Man. And then I seen Eddie Hearn, he in Texas for the Jose Ramirez hooker shit. And he says, oh, we got top media here, Dan, Lance, and all these people. Okay. What's that got to do? He trying to get in good with the media and shit. See, that's why that new media is killing. That's why the new media is killing, bro. He trying to get in good, like so they don't ask him about it. Hey, Texas should be man. They should be going crazy. They should be going crazy. And this is a bad look because I know he's got probably some questions about it. It is bad. How you supposed to be? Shout out to Dutch Entertainment. You're supposed to be promoting Hooker. Like, this is not good. This is not good when you're supposed to be pressing. You're supposed to be promoting Hooker versus Ramirez, and the whole topic surrounding Eddie Hearns this week is this Dillian Whyte shit. That's not good. When you're being overshadowed not by some cool shit, you know, you're being overshadowed by some negativity. That's not a good look. Plus, I think Hooker Ramirez is a good fight, but I don't think they've done a good job of promoting it at all. I ain't heard no promotion. The biggest Eddie Hearns news that I've heard leading up is negative. You know, Ruiz said he ain't coming to the UK. Dillian Whyte, is reported to have failed with all this shit in his system. You know, I'm really starting to wonder what is the end game for rematch room? What is the end game for DAZN? Like the news I keep hearing about, it just seems weird. It seems weird. They signed Huey Fury. Okay. What like so DAZN is finna bubble off of Huey Fury? Huey Fury and Joseph Parker was one of the worst heavyweight fights in recent memory. And he just fought old boy and that was a bad fight. I forgot. Huey Fury hasn't really even been in any memorable fights recently. So what is like signing him like that's some big signing or something? What like they just signing people? That's cool, keep them busy. But where the big fights at? Where the like literally? He fought Samuel Peter. Man, he ain't fought no big fights like that. He got 2 losses. He lost to Kubrat Pulev and Parker, and they both were horrible fights. And like DAZN, they just be signing, they be signing like Jeffrey from Fresh Prince, Master Williams. Like, why'd you sign him? Jeffrey from Fresh Prince, the butler? Okay, like what is that? It just be weird to me. I won. Who next? That motherfucker. They gonna sign Samuel Peters now. Yeah, they just be signing like random people. I don't know. I'm just not seeing the vision. I guess I'm not seeing the vision with like the big fight, and then they talking about this shit crazy. This shit crazy. The zone said Canelo could only fight Triple G or Derevyanchenko, but then now they're saying that Canelo basically punked him and fighting Derevyanchenko with no Triple G promise. So what? Canelo just doing whatever he do. Arthur, yeah, um, hit me up on Twitter or email. Let me know what you had in mind. Mr. Savages, I've heard of you before. I think I used to follow you on my Instagram. Yeah, like where are you out of? I've heard of Mr. Savage. Hold on. Oh, you're in LA. Yeah, I've seen your work before. Yeah, man. That man was too short. Yeah, let me know. We can definitely discuss something. Oh, you got champ Andy Ruiz. Yeah, I seen your stuff before. I remember you from Instagram. I think I used to follow you on my other Instagram. Um, this shit is a mess, bro. This This is a mess. Like, no, but I'm just saying, DAZN. So they said DAZN. They said Canelo is probably gonna fight Derevyanchenko now, and then DAZN didn't make him promise to fight Triple G. Hey, Triple G need to stop, bro. He just keep like he's like letting Canelo dictate. He gotta like, and Canelo is sunning Triple G. Like Triple G's sitting up here waiting, trying to get a Canelo fight, and then and then and then Canelo's just doing his own thing. That's sad, bro. Triple G was never like Triple G. At one point, he was fighting maybe up to 4 times a year, 3 times a year, maybe 4 times a year. Now you don't even hear about the guy. Like he's fighting in between. Like he fight. If you look at Triple G, I am no guys, I am Max. You look at Triple G's recent career. Triple G has fought. If it hasn't been Canelo, it's been Vonnis and Steve Rose. He got to stop let Canelo run what he does. So it says Sergey Lance Pugmire, shout out to him. Sergey Derevyanchenko has been approved by DAZN as Canelo's next opponent, The Athletic has learned. Canelo's team has made an offer that Derevyanchenko is currently like mulling over. So he's like, and then Mike Commager says sources tell The Athletic DAZN has now approved Canelo to fight Derevyanchenko as the next opponent, and there is no condition attached that Canelo must fight Triple G afterward. The Canelo side and Derevyanchenko engaged in negotiations. So that looks like Canelo's going to try to keep his belt and fight Derevyanchenko. Now, my thoughts on that is twofold. I don't think it's a bad fight. Derevyanchenko, he could scrap. I just don't think it's and it's good that Canelo doesn't get stripped because that wouldn't look good to be undisputed. So I'm not mad at the fight. I just don't think the fight is. I don't think it's a big fight. Like in terms of DAZN number wise, I don't think that's a major fight for them to lure in a lot of fans. If you have to consider if Canelo Jacobs did 600,000, then what is this fight gonna do? You know. So I don't think it's a blockbuster fight, but it could be some difficulty there. It could be a good fight, good action, the way Derevyanchenko fights, the way Canelo fights. So I'm not mad at it, but DAZN, they need a hit. They need like a major. Like they said, Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman did 500,000 or so pay-per-view buys. That's not bad because this is like dead of the summer. Some people just came back from trips, spending money and shit for the summer. So Al Haymon kind of killing right now. He kind of killing. he said there's he said there's no vision. They just kind of winging it. Yeah, I mean, just truth be told, that's what it really feels like, man. It feels like they just doing like just random signings. Like what are they doing? Like and see, the funny thing is Eddie Hearn and other people they come like there's 1 year Tank Davis. Shout out to Baltimore, I'm out here. There's 1 year Tank Davis only fought 1 year. He fought on the Broner Vargas card, and he only fought that Jesus Cuellar. And then for whatever reason he didn't fight again, and that was like in April. But he didn't fight for the rest of the year. So people were like, "Oh, Tank," the usual suspects. They were hating, mad at Al Haymon, blah blah blah, and they said, "Why is he only fighting 1 time a year?" And Eddie Hearn was trying to capture Tank and like get him to sign to DAZN. And I feel bad for the guy. He's only fighting 1 time. Don't feel bad for him because I'm out in Baltimore and they showing love to Tank Davis. He got a hometown fight. This is every January. It was supposed to be against Abner Mares, who I would have favored him to beat, but Mares got injured, and then now he's doing a hometown fight. So I don't know what Eddie Hearn would have been able to offer him. But beyond that, my thing is this. Beyond that is people complain like, oh, why is Tank only fighting one time a year, blah, blah, blah. But you look at some of the people that are on DAZN at the lower level, like, you know what I'm saying, not like the big massive star like Canelo or something, or Anthony Joshua. They're fighting more frequently, but the thing is, like, who are they fighting? Are they truly fighting big fights that catapult their brand beyond what it already is? You know what I'm saying? That'll really like gear them up to become a household name. That's my question. So it's cool to have activity. Yeah, he did get the key to the city. Shout out to Tank for that. But it's cool. The activity is cool for the fighter, but at the same time, I don't feel like from a branding perspective that a lot of these are the types of fights that would really just solidify these guys as household names. Like, do you really think that DAZN putting on Demetrius Andrade versus some random African dude, Walter Katandakwa, it does smell like shit, doesn't it? You know, him fighting Michael Blackson. I understand it was supposed to be Billy Joe Saunders, but he ended up fighting some African. The guys must be crazy. Fucking Blood Diamond and shit. Jimun Hansu. You took everything. You took my jewels. You know, he just fought some random African and then a dude Billy Joe Saunders beat that looked like Wolverine. And then he fought Selesky after Jacobs beat him. So yeah, it's cool. He's busy, but that's not the type of fights that'll make Andrade more relevant than he already is. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna make him big. Shout out to Jabran. He said preach because Tevin Farmer's staying busy, but who's he fighting? That's the thing. Tevin Farmer, early career losses, bounced back. He's a champion, but recently, like the fights, he fought Jonu Carroll, and now he's fighting his mandatory Guillermo Francois or whatever the guy's name is. One of them could be, established as a mandatory, but I don't know. I just don't see that as a household name type of fight. Either one of them. So that's what you got to look at. I mean, it's cool that he's Farmer. That's my guy. He's super active, but I don't think the zone. They're not lining. And see, this is the thing. This is not a knock on Farmer because I do think Farmer has the heart where he will fight any of these guys. He'll fight JoJo Diaz. He'll fight Tank. I do think he. I don't think he's like ducking no smoke or nothing like that. But the thing is, Eddie Hearn hasn't been able to facilitate those. You know, he hasn't been able to facilitate those types of fights, like the fights that like if Tevin Farmer fought Tank and beat him, that solidifies everything he's doing. That really that it's like a stamp in the hat. Stamp in the hat. And that's what some of these guys are missing. And you know what the funny thing is? People complain and do all this. Do you understand all roads lead to Al Heyman? See, when I say it, people say, "Oh, you're being biased. You're a PBC fanboy," but they won't disprove what I'm saying. Al Heyman, all roads lead to him. Let me give. If y'all want some examples, can I get a hell yeah? If y'all want me to give you some examples, can I get a hell yeah? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna break it down. See, because when I say this, they say, "Oh, you a PBC fanboy and all this bullshit." But I'm telling you the truth. If you don't, after I give you these examples, if you disagree, step up in that hot seat and get beat, meet defeat. Period. Arthur, I seen it. I seen it just pop up. Smash the like button. All right. Sergey Derevyanchenko is Al Heyman advised, and he's signed with Lou DiBella. So Canelo, who is he supposed to be fighting as his mandatory? Who are they talking about for his next fight? Sergey Derevyanchenko, an Al Heyman fighter. Not Canelo Jaime Munguia, not Canelo Andrade, not Canelo Triple G, all DAZN fighters. Canelo versus an Al Heyman fighter. Who's Joshua? He triggered an immediate rematch. Who did they have to get for him because Gerald Miller failed a drug test? Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz Jr. And then now they triggered the rematch. Who they have to negotiate with? Andy Ruiz Jr. So that's already two. You look at it. It's not just DAZN. Look at ESPN. They got Terrence Crawford. He's probably gonna have to fight Mean Machine. But the big fights for him that would really push the needle and show us what how great he is and stuff would be with PBC. Mikey Garcia. He might go to DAZN though, from what I heard. But Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, etc. You know, so you can say whatever you want, but these dudes sit like here and hate on Al Haymon, but these dudes also need him. You know, they truly do. They need because they need part of what's like under his imprint. You know, the fighters. Put it this way: let's say we put up a no clout chasing rule where you can only mention people in your own promotion. So Boy couldn't mention fights with like Charlo or Jaime Munguia, Jared Hurd, etc. You had to stay to your promotion. Who would run out of things to talk about first? PBC, ESPN, and Top Rank, or Golden Boy? You know what I'm saying? You look at it. Golden Boy, okay, Golden Boy keeps talking about, Canelo and Charlo, but they're not making it. Canelo, it'd be fun to fight Errol Spence, but they're not making it. You get what I'm saying? Top Ranks, they're like, oh yeah, we want Crawford to fight all these PBC guys. They keep talking about the ops. I don't talk my whole day on my channel. I don't spend no time talking about the ops. I don't talk about no other channel, not in no negative way. I don't even watch no other channel like that. You get what? So, my whole day, my whole workflow, my whole content creation process can evolve solely between me, the boxing news, and the fans. When you see me like talking about what the next YouTube channel is doing. Jake C, 3D, $2. Who do you have, Kovalev or Yard? I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know. Cause it's easy to say oh Yard, he's fresher, but I never seen Yard fight nobody like Kovalev. So I really don't know. That's a pick'em fight, to be honest. Yard looks to be the fresher and stuff like that. But again, I've never seen Yard in there with anyone remotely as good as Kovalev. So that's kind of you have to go purely off of instinct and shit. So I have to think about that some more. Good question though. I don't think Yard sucks, but Kovalev ain't. He looked good in his last fight, boxing with Buddy McGirt. Yeah, man. But this Dillian Whyte shit this is a nightmare. I feel like Eddie Hearn and DAZN have taken some major L's this year. Like, real talk. They have really taken some big L's. Joshua losing. Whyte's potentially going to get banned. Maybe lose his mandatory position with Wilder that he so desperately wanted. Katie Taylor. She didn't look good in her last fight. And then I heard they're not even going to do their immediate rematch. You see, once again, this is what happens. Notice when there's a black fighter involved in a controversial fight, it seems very present that the fans, for closure, won't do an immediate rematch. But then when it's a non-black fighter, especially like a white fighter, there's no pressure. There's no pressure. So how can Katie Taylor be undisputed and first of all, even get the undisputed in that fashion and not have to solidify that and clean that up? But then when Andre Ward has a close fight with Kovalev, if Andre Ward would have fought anyone but Kovalev, you know what they would say. You know what the ops would say. You know what old media would say. You know what they would say. So how is it that when Ward has a tough fight with Kovalev, he has to immediately, show people that he's better than Kovalev, and he does that. But then Katie Taylor, she can really lose to the Delphine Persoon's chick, and we just sweep it on the rug and let her go on with her career without having to fight that same person. I don't like that. You know, Golden Boy denied Dennis Hogan the rematch with Munguia. Exactly. And that was a bullshit decision. How about Washington versus Charles Martin, Joyce versus Chisora? Those are good fights, but they're saying Charles Martin might get a Tyson Fury fight. That's not man. Everything I'm saying that I've been saying is coming true. ESPN did all this to pay Tyson Fury $108 million. They don't even know what to do with him. They don't even have no names for him. You're gonna pay Tyson Fury $108 million to fight Charles Martin and Tom Schwartz, as part of the kickoff to that deal. Horrible. Who wants to see Tyson Fury versus Charles Martin like that? Like honestly. Honestly. Honestly, who throws a shoe? Honestly, like who wants to see that? Joshua destroyed Charles Martin in 2 rounds. You know, he just fought in Texas on the Spence Garcia card. I don't even think he looked that great. And then Philip Ergovich fought the same dude and knocked him out. A couple weeks later, he lost to Adam Kaunowski. Well, I don't know. Charles Martin, listen. Tyson Fury, and see, this is new media been killing. It's just getting so easy. I just sit back and relax. It's getting so easy. The other thing is this: Tyson Fury claims he won 10 rounds to 2. Why is this competition like this? If you beat Deontay Wilder 10 rounds to 2, as you suggest, then why are you fighting the likes of Tom Schwartz and then maybe Charles Martin? A guy who got beat by the he was like a short-lived champion, and then he got beat by the best names on his resume, Anthony Joshua and Adam Kaunowski. And ESPN just keeps saying he won an American, so just any American will do. He can just fight any American. Like that's not how that works. Nah, I didn't see Hearn squirm. I'm out here in Baltimore. I was at the Wayne and shit, so I don't know when it dropped or what. I just been in my own zone. Yeah, man. That's not how that works. It's not just an American. It's you got to make the right fights. And Wilder is the king of the division, bro. Joshua lost. Andy Ruiz is dope, but he gotta beat Joshua again, because his reign hasn't been long enough. But I really fuck with Andy Ruiz. And then Tyson Fury, I mean, he lost his belts, did drugs, gained weight, had a draw with Wilder, and now he's fighting Tom Schwartz. Like, bro, just listen. This is a funny thing. I'm realistic. I like Tyson Fury. I actually like Tyson Fury, but I'm also realistic. I like the truth more than I like, protecting some kind of lie. If you really think about it, Tyson Fury's last, we have to wait to see who he decides to fight. But if let's say he fights Charles Martin, right? Let's say he fights Charles Martin, then that'll mean his last fights outside of Wilder have consisted of Charles Martin, Tom Schwartz, Safari, and Francisco Pineda. That's horrible, bro. That's horrible. Wilder is clearly the fucking king of the division because Wilder is thugging out here. Wilder fought undefeated Tyson Fury. Before that, he fought undefeated Luis Ortiz. And now he's trying to fight Luis Ortiz again, knowing no one else was stepped up in the meantime to fight Luis Ortiz that has something to lose. And then he's going to fight Tyson Fury again. How is it that Wilder has to keep having this crazy schedule and then Tyson Fury gets to have a cakewalk schedule? Tom Schwartz, and a guy like Charles Martin, who we've seen beat by the better names that he stepped up with. Horrible. Wilder's the king. He's definitely the king of the division, bar none. And he's the longest. Yeah, Brazil got knocked out. Yeah, that's true. The mandatory Brazil. He been knocking his mandatories out in one round. He was gunning for Joshua. Man, he's the king. They still don't want to fight Luis Ortiz. And Wilder showed you that he's beatable because he beat him. But they seen that Luis Ortiz came to scrap. And they're like, man, I don't want to go through that. I don't have that type of power, you know. I don't have that type of, heart to come from behind like that. So nobody's stepping up. Wilder getting mad love in England right now. I seen that he's out in Brixton or wherever. Like I said, new media. We came over and took this game. We took this game over. We took this whole game over, bro. Took this whole game over. Everything that they stood for, slowly but surely, has been falling apart. Old media's empire has officially crumbled. Everything that they suggested, all the stupid shit, all the lies, all the games, it didn't hold up. They said Wilder should have signed to DAZN. Who the fuck believes that now? Because they just said it last year before the Brazil fight when he met up with John Skipper. Who believes at this current juncture that Wilder should have signed to DAZN? Yet, when I said he shouldn't sign to DAZN, I said there's too much going on in the heavyweight division. Just wait it out. See what happens in Joshua's fight. This is literally my words. You can check the video. See what happens in the Joshua fight. See what happens with Tyson Fury. You know, play it by ear. You have to get past Dominic Brazil yourself. He did it. He said, I'm betting on myself. Smartest bet ever. Listen, I respect Wilder. Fuck the boxing shit. I respect him as a man. And one of the reasons I respect is because I can relate to the mindset. I always bet on myself. Look, like, bro, look, I'm out here in B-more with a fucking balcony. Look, we just chilling. I just got back from, listen, I was just in Vegas last week. I always bet on myself. I was just in Vegas last week for Pacquiao Thurman. I went home for one day and then came and pushed out here to Baltimore. You know, I'm on the West Coast, I'm on the East Coast. It don't even matter. Bet on yourself. Trust me. Trust me on that one. Bet on yourself. So I dig it. I can respect it. I can respect the hustle. I don't have no sponsors and all types of shit. I do this. I do this from the mud. You know, bet on your fucking self. So shout out to Wilder for that. I can dig it. I can respect it. But all these old media motherfuckers, they say he's tripping. He should have signed. He didn't do it. He did it his way, and he's still winning. He in London right now, basically getting mad love. And Dillian Whyte, who's from there, his profile is taking a hit this last week. That's just look at the timing on that. Wilder's out in the UK right now, getting interviewed, getting recognition, expanding his brand, and then the person who's from the UK probably can't show face, ain't done no interviews because it just came out that he failed a drug test. And, you know, only thing he can do is do a social media. Thanks for the support. I'm sick of the rubbish being said about me. Cold game. But I'm glad you guys see it. Y'all know what it is. Bet on yourself. Lesson of the day. Everybody said, listen, everybody think, bet on yourself. I'm telling you, everybody thinks it's crazy until it's done. Yeah, what are you doing? Well, you're going to bet on yourself? You know, how are you going to turn down $100 million? He turned it down. And now it looks like the smartest decision. Now you look like a genius. You know, that's the crazy part about it is what is perceived as a bad decision at the time, you stick it out and you go against the grain, you look like a genius when it's all like, I mean, just look at like even little stuff like the 7 reasons. I'm like, y'all sleeping on Andy Ruiz. Fuck that. I took a stand and I let y'all know. I'm like, damn, you talking about Joshua gonna blow through him? I had to represent for Anthony Ruiz because I didn't like how he was being treated and looked at in the media in that fight. And then he beat him, and I look like the king, you know, just from giving it a fair shake. Bet on yourself. Take risks. That's what it's all about. If y'all really want to get somewhere in life, take risks. Bet on yourself. Listen, that's why I keep my circle small. I don't need a bunch of stuff. I'm very self-sufficient. You got to be able to see. Some of y'all be bullshitting. Y'all got to be able to judge yourself. We live with each other for, you live with yourself for 18, 20, 30, 40 years or whatever. You know what makes you tick. You know when you fucking up. Most of us know right from wrong, you know. So you have to be able to have that self-evaluation. That's one thing I do, man. I evaluate myself. Like there was a point where I was missing all my flights and shit. I'm like, oh, I gotta get better. I gotta get back structured. Then I did it. Put your mind to it. But anyway, back to Wilder. He looked like a genius. Y'all motherfuckers telling me, oh yeah, he looks stupid. Yeah, he needs to take 100 million. See, and I'll tell you, if you've been around money, it ain't the same shit. That's why I can always tell motherfuckers who ain't been around money because a lot of them don't know how to act when they get it or when they are around it. People are like, oh, yeah, Wilder needs to take 100 million. You saying that because you would take anything. You would take fucking $10,000 in a fucking cheeseburger and do anything. Not everyone is built like that. Not everyone has to sell their soul for $10,000 in a cheeseburger. Some people have like morals and higher values and stuff like that. They're not just finna do anything, some shit, be a slave, you know, be a slave for some money. And the funny thing is, people like for Dillian Whyte, people been telling him to get away from the slave room deal. The man just called you a slave. He said it's like similar to the slave trade. And now it could be over in terms of if he gets that long ban that they talking about. You sat up here. Dillian, he has had no title shot. You know what I'm saying? He had no title shot. He could have fought. This is man. These people in the UK. There's a lot of UK fans, and they be faking the funk, bro. Y'all gotta stand up for something real. Y'all gotta stand up for something real. People are sweating like, oh, Dillian Whyte's waited 600 days for a title shot. Man, fuck that noise. If you really wanted Dillian Whyte to get a title shot, how come he wasn't brought in instead of Gerald Miller? And he's aligned with that whole side. He's with Eddie Hearn. He's been doing a case by case basis. Eddie Hearn's put on his line several fights. He been making money with them. Joshua making money with them. He could fight on DAZN. Why didn't he fight Anthony Joshua? They fucking let the quiet, snicker-eating assassin, Andy Ruiz, who's aligned with another promoter, come in and spoil. You know why? Because they underestimated Andy Ruiz. Didn't think Andy Ruiz would really win. But they knew Dillian Whyte, he's game, he's tough, and he already gave Joshua problems. So that's why. They're like, nah, that's too big of a risk. But that's what happens when you try to play God in boxing. You try to calculate your risk. Who knows? You could have put Joshua in there with Whyte. He might have knocked him spark out again. He already knocked him out. They both got better since then. So he might have knocked him out. But it was Andy Ruiz that had Joshua's number. So this whole thing is crumbling for old media, for Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte could have been got a title shot, even if it wasn't with Deontay Wilder. How did Gerald Miller outrank him and Dillian Whyte fought two former champions last year? He fought Joseph Parker and Lucas Brown, along with set the record straight and knocked out Derek Chisora. So he hurt Joseph Parker, former champion, something we didn't even really see Joshua do. And he knocked out Derek Chisora and Lucas Brown, a former champion. And they gave the fight to Gerald Miller to begin with. Eddie Hearn did. And Gerald Miller ultimately squandered it by failing a drug test, which Dillian Whyte later failed a drug test too, from the sounds of it. This shit is a mess. This shit is a mess. And then Gerald Miller and Dillian Whyte accused Joshua of being on something, and they're the ones that failed drug tests, from what it sounds like. And they knew so much. Dillian Whyte said something like, "Oh, it's harder to pass the drug test in the U.S. than the U.K." And then he fails. All this stuff is not a good look. And he's mad that people are speaking rubbish, but listen to what you said. You accused Joshua of being on something, being on twos, and you said exemptions and the protocol is stricter in the US than it is for in the UK. And then you fail in the UK from UCAD. Doesn't look good. Don't look good at all. But, you know, this is a mess. And I blame DAZN too, because they had Eddie Hearn running around doing whatever he wanted. Do you notice Eddie Hearn? Where are them cocky interviews that Eddie Hearn was doing? Has anyone seen any of them? Have y'all noticed that? Remember, he was like, "In me, in my empire, knock out Joshua, in the whole fucking empire. Do it. Don't just talk about it, do it." What happened to them? Where that energy at? Notice with this new media shit, I'm still screaming Thug Life. I'm still screaming West Side. I'm screaming the same shit I was screaming from the beginning. Eddie Hearn looks like he's constantly trying to explain himself and explain himself out of situations. We're the same energy with the laugh and the tea and crumpets and, you know, doing these IFL 40-minute interviews where you're like, "Oh, Deontay Wilder, he wants 50-50. Silly rabbit, you know. Where them?" Remember when Eddie Hearn has an interview on IFL, he says Wilder wants $7 million and I want an 11-inch cock. What? It's on there. Go Google it. What happened to all them? Like, you know, the quick-witted quips and shit. You don't see that happen anymore. So that's how you know new media doing what we supposed to be doing, because you only see one side changing their demeanor, switching, talking, you know, going to the next fighter. Man, I'm still saying the same shit. I'm saying the same shit I was saying beforehand. They aren't. Old media isn't. They say Anthony Joshua, he's the money man. All right, where that energy at? They said Wild will get destroyed by AJ. Where are those people at? I ain't heard nobody talking like that no more. They just gave up. We making them succumb, give up, bro. Sad, really. Anyway, I'm about to go get something to eat. I'll be back with some more heat. Yeah, all that landlord and I fear no man. All right. You know what's crazy? Nah, I'm gonna save it for a video. I'll be spoiling y'all. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it. But I came up on some information. I'll save it for another video. Holla at the boy, man. We working.